What's up, gamers? It's Old School Fool, and once again, you guys know that I'm all about the classic goodness. Now, as of late, we've been seeing a lot of retro clone type systems, and you know, it's my job to bring you guys the latest news on the old school. And you know, other schools as well, but you know, we're all about the old school right now, so because old school is cool again, and you know, we're going to present to you the newest of the old school. Alright, so basically what we got today is a little unboxing, a new product action, and dun, 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 that's right, it's the Retron3. Now, we kind of showcased it lightly at E3 when you guys visit us with E3 from Hyperkin. And basically, it's the newest, you know, Retro 3. It's a 3-in-1 gaming system is really what it is. A complete gaming system, 3-in-1, and it comes in two delicious colors. We got the sexy red right now. I don't know if that's the official name, but I'm gonna call it pretty sexy. It's got the sexy red, and then we have the other one, which is like kind of like the charcoalish black. It's like the standard issue color. So everybody who's just has like the standard colors in their room, like very mod looking, it's the charcoal black. But then the sexy red. So bottom line is we're gonna take a look at it. We're gonna unbox it. We're going to test it hands on. We're gonna see the gameplay footage, the whole nine. Because that's what you guys are here for. That's what you guys watch me, and I want to bring it to you straight hand. Okay, so here we go. It's the Retron3 3-in-1 game system brought to you by Hyperkin, and yeah, let's take a look at it. So at first glance, I'll notice that the packaging it's a pretty big system. I mean, it's it's definitely bigger than my foot. So that's my foot. So it's definitely a pretty big package. It's pretty heavy in the box. So I'm gonna say it's about like a good 4 pounds. Maybe 5. But let's take a look why it's so heavy. Okay, so upon opening it, you get this interesting, cool window, and you see the system, 2 controllers. It says it's the Tri-System Wireless, 2 wireless controllers, S-Video, and 6 controller ports. And that's the really big thing about this, everybody, is that we really want to get to know is it actually supports original controllers from yesteryear, meaning you can use the original Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Genesis controllers, because that's been probably a big issue with a lot of the clone systems, is that a lot of people couldn't use the original controller, so it doesn't have that feel. So yeah, you know what, it's cool that we have all the 3 games, but can you use that feel? And that's what the Retron 3 seems to be boasting. There you go. That's what you see, guys. So you have the 2 controllers. The finish is pretty good. I mean, it's not a super high gloss finish, but it's definitely a little more than matte. So it's definitely like a mid-gloss finish. The system shape, I mean, a lot of people have been, who've had a little bit of hands-on, they're kind of taken back by the shape. But you know what? I mean, listen, guys, how else would you put 3 cartridges in one system? I mean, I've seen some concept stuff back in the day, and you know what? I mean, yeah, it looks a little like a flying, like a flying saucer, but the bottom line is it's about how it functions. So let's we'll break it down. AC adapter, S-video cable, RCA jacks. Controllers obviously need batteries, and upon first look at the controllers, you'll notice that there's a big screw thing you have to unscrew. There's button mappings for each one, so because it does represent for all 3 systems, so each system has a different representation on the back of it. You can see for the NES games, the Genesis and Super NES. But once again, I personally am not a big fan of aftermarket controllers, and this is an aftermarket controller. Clone systems, one thing. Aftermarket controllers, totally something else. And we're really going to use official controllers in this demonstration. Let's take a look at it. You have the 3 ports here. You got the Super Nintendo. We have the next one is the Genesis, and of course the regular Nintendo. And of course on the sides, the front, you have the Super Nintendo controllers. On the other side, you have the original Nintendo controllers, and on the other side, you have the Genesis controllers. Everything's clearly labeled, so it's pretty self-explanatory. It's they've done a really good job of presenting what you're going to be doing here. I press the reset button. There's a nice click sound. The power button's a nice click sound. They have a dial. It's really kind of weird. The first dial is the NES, and then the other one is the Genesis, and then the other one is the Super Nintendo. So kind of breaking in the middle. Genesis has always been the little lost brother in the middle. We're gonna whip out. That's right. Here we go. We're gonna whip it out. an original Nintendo controller. Yes, if you have one around a belt buckle, just take it off now and use it because it's good stuff. So an original Nintendo, nice feeling, solid controller. All right, so here we go. We're gonna put it on the player 1 port, NES controller 1. All right. Now, I noticed upon using it, the first thing you're gonna want to know is that you can connect it via S-Video, but because the original Nintendo, I guess because the video signals are, they don't want to like actually, dilute the video signals and they're separated. The S-Video will not work with original Nintendo games. You might hear something, but you won't see a thing. So if you guys connected via S-Video, it will not display Nintendo games. Only Super Nintendo and Genesis will be displayed in S-Video, just so you guys know. Upon playing in first inspection, I'll notice that the color is a little bit off on the Nintendo title. I mean, the sound sounds good. The controller, I mean, it just feels like second to none on using an original Nintendo controller. It makes me feel like a champ. So yeah, so it definitely works. Like I said, the palette is a little off a little bit, so I noticed even with the little character, the palette's a little off. And I'm going to use the original 3 button because I've tested it. It actually works with the 3 button and the 6 button controller. So if you're kind of ass out, everybody, and you don't have an original, well, if you don't have a 6 button, a later model 6 button, you'll get the 3 button will work fine. So it's pretty smooth. Sound-wise, I mean, this Mortal Kombat version wasn't the greatest sound, but it sounds like the way it was supposed to sound. So we're also going to try, because a lot of people ask, Sonic 2. You can't go without testing a Genesis port without using Sonic. So, here we go. A little blast processing. There you have it, everybody. That is now connected via S-Video, and as you can see, everything's a lot brighter. It's a lot sharper. I'm actually somewhat impressed with. I have to, of course. There's just no way in the world that I'm not going to use Gabby J. What? Come on, Gabby J wants it. Oh, getting hammered by Gabby. This color looks a little different. I've noticed the little yellows a little bit, but over the time I have, it's probably might be different if it wasn't S-Video, because you got to remember the original Super Nintendo was not S-Video. All right, gamers. So that pretty much concludes the Retron3 3-in-1 gaming console. Now, as you can see, I mean, it's not original systems, but does it cater well to classic titles? I personally think it does. I mean, for something to be represented in a Super Nintendo, Nintendo, and Genesis, an all-in-one system without buying, like the collectible systems for a lot more, I definitely think it's a worthwhile purchase. If you guys want to know compatibility-wise, we haven't tested with everything, and it's really impossible for us to test it with everything. So if you guys want to go directly to DOSReviews.com, you guys can share. We're going to have an actual section in the forum where you guys can share some compatibility issues if you guys come across it. So we're going to make it an official compatibility thread. We'd be more than happy you guys share your opinions there. Your feedback will be well met. So definitely check it out. It's the Retron3 in the black charcoal, and of course, my personal favorite, the deep, sexy red action. Alright gamers, once again, thanks so much for joining us on this new product review and showcase. And once again, please, if you guys like our reviews and you find this informative and interesting, definitely go to DOSCheap.com where you can pick up your copies of the Retron3 in both colors. And of course, even play and try classic Nintendo titles and even buy the original Super Nintendo games to really give you that classic Nintendo and old school feel with your Retron3, because your Retron3 is only as good as the games you have with it. So, alright gamers, thanks so much, and, what? Oh, and for everybody who wanted to know a little something about whether or not it works on Super Famicom titles, we're going to give it a shot on camera for the first time. Let's take a look. This happens to be the sequel, now released in America, of River City Ransom 2, something that I love a lot because River City Ransom is the shiznit. Alright, so here we go. Super Famicom, no converter, just cartridge raw, unadulterated cartridge action. Here we go. Snap in. Yes! Good times. Super Famicom, it works. There it is. Yeah, Techno's Japan. Welcome to Japan. Alright, gamers. That's the kicker right there. Also working Super Famicom cartridges. Once again, just go to dodgereviews.com, check in the forums, post. Thanks so much, guys. Talk to you guys next time.
Yay!